Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, I'm talking to Mark Clayton, the president of Phenix Flooring. Mark, how you doing?
I'm great, Kemp. How are you this morning?
I'm good. It's good to catch up with you. I want to talk to you about, I don't know, it's either smart or lucky. You've tied yourself to Microban at a time when it might be the smartest move. We'll talk about that in just a minute. First, I want to ask you, since the last time we talked, you're now part of Mannington. How's that going?
It's actually going really well, Kemp. We closed about 3 months ago, so we've had 3 months to work together. I can just tell you, I've been really pleased with the whole process. You know, the Campbell family is just a fantastic group of folks, and the team that's in place there has been terrific to work with. I've been really impressed with how well our management groups have blended together and are working together for a common cause. I'm really happy that we've done this, and I think it's going to be great for our associates and great for the industry and our customers as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you went from one family to another family, so you've been family all along. I would assume things would be going pretty well. So we've been struggling through this economic slowdown thanks to the virus. Tell us about business conditions.
You know, probably not too different from what you've heard from others. We've obviously been impacted by the events around this pandemic. I am happy to say, though, we've been able to continue operations, continue to manufacture and ship product. I think based on the regionality of this thing, it's kept certain areas of the country going stronger than others. But I would have to say in the past several weeks, we've actually seen improvements week over week on a steady basis. So we're very encouraged right now.
Yeah, actually, I've heard, and I think you and I talked briefly yesterday, it's been a few weeks now, things are starting to turn back up. And most people know your background, know the history of Phenix, all the way back to Looptex. I mean, you've got some business with the home centers, and so you've got a diverse channel mix. But even at the home centers, carpet is an installed product, so it's been kind of a mixed bag there as well, right?
Yeah, actually, we've seen pretty similar performance as it relates to our independent retail and our home center business as it relates to carpet. Now, obviously, hard surface is a different scenario. Right. But as you mentioned, the home centers were able to continue to operate. The carpet being an installed product is still one that was a little more challenged. Overall, we've been glad that we've had the balanced mix there.
All right. So you've evolved over the years. At one point, you were primarily polyester. That's still probably the majority of what you do, but you do nylon as well. You've got some good business with Stainmaster on the nylon 6/6 side. So all of your products, including your hard surface products, have now this Microban additive. Talk about that decision, how long you've been doing that, and what that's doing for you.
First of all, just to clarify, we did introduce our relationship with Microban a couple of years ago. We do not put Microban on our branded Stainmaster products, but we do leverage it with our own internally extruded solution-dyed polyesters and solution-dyed nylon products.
Okay. As
you mentioned, we entered into an exclusive arrangement with Microban a couple of years ago. We initially went out with a pretty small product launch. It was a little more limited in terms of scope. As we got into last year, we really felt like there was a great opportunity to leverage the relationship there to create a differentiator for our own products, but also to leverage the brand power of Microban. We knew they had tremendous consumer brand awareness. However, we also knew that they were doing a lot of things that were going to drive that even more so in the future. We're seeing that play out now, and we're glad we did that. We're happy to be able to associate with such a great brand.
Yeah, let's go into two different areas. First off, the efficacy of this. I'm not a scientist, but this is not just some spray, or there's some metals involved, and this really does kill bacteria and germs. And it's been a company that I've been associated with. I know they were based out of North Carolina. Microban's been around for a while, and it does do what people are saying. The interesting thing that I want to go into next is this P&G alignment with them recently has been tremendous for consumer awareness. I mean, it's kind of funny too, because P&G, they own Clorox as well. It's kind of like, they're competing with themselves, but they've been doing these ads around this Microban 24. And so here you have an exclusive arrangement as a flooring manufacturer to have their additive, their product in your product. And so it's a win-win, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, Procter & Gamble, I guess timing couldn't have been better in terms of their product launch. They launched a new product called Microban 24 in February, supported it with a tremendous amount of consumer advertising, and continue to do so, by the way. It's the first new brand they've actually launched in 20 years. I believe the last thing they came out with was Febreze, so it tells you it was a pretty big decision for them. But they've just done a tremendous amount of advertising. I think we all recognize that the events that are going on today will continue to drive interest in any type of surface that has added benefits and technologies to help protect and then keep the home clean. You know, Microban, as you mentioned, is a very solid technology that's been around for a long time. Again, protect against the growth of bacteria, mold, and mildew, and that's something that we find that customers are interested in any type of home surface or even apparel.
Mm-hmm. So the trick here, I guess it comes down to merchandising. I mean, most people know that we're not going to spend a ton of money on consumer advertising, but somebody else is, and you're tied with them. So I guess the trick now is to have, when you walk in the store now, wherever they're carrying Phenix Flooring products, they need to have some point of sale up there that talks about Microban because the consumer knows about it, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing we're in the process of doing now. Obviously, surfaces was a big kickoff point for us as we went out with a broader distribution of products. So we have some displays that are already out in the field that are having to be retrofitted. And, of course, new fixtures fully feature and leverage the power of the brand. But it's a process we're going through right now. Marketing resources being deployed to create and get those store environments such that they can leverage the power of the brand. We're also obviously doing a lot in terms of digital and social communications as well. But ultimately, as you said, we're, I guess, kind of riding the coattails of the larger brand prevalence in the markets, and we need to make sure that consumers see that when they walk into the retail environment as well.
You know, Mark, people buy carpet because of what it looks like. But now with this coronavirus and the concerns about a healthy home, it seems to me like you've got a win-win situation. And I bring up what it looks like because you've made some big decisions the last couple of years, you know, bringing in Jason Surratt and doing some styling that's a little bit different. You know, it's not just vanilla beige. I mean, you got some good styling going on as well. So things should turn around for you, hopefully, pretty quickly, don't you think?
Yeah, we certainly feel so. As you mentioned, it always starts for us with beautiful product design. Jason Surratt, Lauren Campbell, our product development design team, have just done a phenomenal job, particularly in recent years, of bringing incredible styling to our product offering. And again, that's obviously a differentiator for us, but I think this added enhancement we have with Microban protection just, again, is a differentiator, something that separates us from the competition.
All right, Mark, it's good to catch up with you again. Been talking to Mark Clayton, the president of Phenix Flooring, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.